Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Mortal Content takeover of SpeakEasy Conversations. This is, my little project that Greg helped me start with that. We're going to do something a little different. It's not hard. It's not spooky season yet, although some people would argue once you get past 4th of July, it's spooky season rest of the year. I can't argue with that. As long as it's not Christmas right now, I'm good. So So joining me tonight is my good friend Aaron Saufley. As you see, lover of horror films and beard farmer supreme. I will never have a beard like his because that beard makes me like if I'm sitting in bed, it's just my chest. I just no thanks. So good on you, beard guy.
Hey, yours isn't so shabby. Take credit where you can, sir. It looks good on you. And I'm going to beg to differ. It's always spooky season, sir. And in my job as a hospice chaplain, I go into a lot of homes and Hallmark is playing. And guess what's on right now? It's Christmas in July, and it drives me fucking crazy.
Oh, it's so bad.
It's bad enough during the season, much less in July.
No thanks. I'll pass.
Yeah,
no thanks. So, what are you drinking tonight, sir?
Oh, it's very exotic. This is
Dr. Pepper.
No, sir. Diet drinks nearly ruined my kidney transplant. So this is very exotic, very rare. It is a Zaxby's unsweet tea. It tastes like ditch water and regret. But alas, this is my lot in life, and I have accepted it.
All right. So if you're going to get a drink from the southern, because you're in the South, is Zaxby's your go-to for the drink you're going to get?
If I was, let's just say if I didn't have medicinally induced diabetes and I was going for a sweet tea, which is the only way to drink tea, Zaxby's isn't bad. Chick-fil-A isn't bad, but if you're just going to go all out and just absolutely destroy your spleen, your pancreas, everything else, Bojangles is the way to go. It is dark, it is thick, and it is more sugar than tea.
Yeah, you Southerners, man, if you don't have diabetes when you start out, you're gonna have diabetes.
You're gonna get it.
Dude, that is like part of like your legacy, I think, at that point.
It is absolutely,
dude. I remember it was like 3 or 4 years ago. I was in North Carolina. I'd taken my son down to meet one of his friends, and I tried a sweet tea down there, and I was like, fucking no. Like, I can't drink this. My teeth are going to fall out of my head. The fuck is going on here? My teeth were like singing. Like, it was not a great time. Like, just for someone like me, like the sugariest thing I drink is like a Sprite. And then I go down and drink this stuff. It's like, here's 5 cups of sugar. And it's like,
and most people would be like, oh, wow, that's not sweet at all.
I love the accent you gave to it, too.
Right.
You have to sell it. You have to sell it, right? You have to sell it. So,
absolutely.
Yeah. So I'm going to be drinking some alcohol this evening, as I do on Fridays. I'm going to start with a Sweet Baby Banana chocolate peanut butter banana porter, which is a Doug special because I love peanut butter and I love bananas and I love them together. So, and it's a beer. So Greg would call this a Doug special because of all the adjuncts, because I like somebody's going to throw a bunch of shit in a beer. I'm going to see how they make it work. So we're going to give this a go.
There we go. Sounds a lot more fun than this, cup full of sorrow that I have.
Well, I also don't have diabetes, so I can have more alcohol than you. So there is that. But nice and dark, though. Check that out. How dark that
is.
Dark and black like my heart. So,
like your ear.
Oh yeah. So, for those that didn't know, I've had an ear infection for going on 3 months, and I finally got to an ear, nose, and throat doctor, and they did something nobody else did. Everybody else was like blasting it with water to get all the stuff out. Apparently, that was the wrong thing to do because what I had in my ear was black mold. So they were just giving it like this cesspool of of space to go and just freaking wildly in my ear and make more of it. So this ear vacuumed all of it out, and now I've been doing much better. So that sucked. Like the idea of having black, like you hear black mold, and you just think like burn the house down because it's always a house that has black mold, right?
And it's always in the basement. So yeah.
So yeah, I was like, I got the medical thing said, hey, this is the thing. It's this blah 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 Asparagus niger or something like that. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna look that up. Black fucking mold. Like you gotta be kidding me. Holy shit.
Go big or go home, Douglas.
I guess. And then I told my wife, and she was like, oh man, was my mouth near your ear? I could have breathed some of that in. I'm like, it was in my fucking ear. Like, what are you talking about? Like she was into my ear going, fucking. So yeah, that was unpleasant. But I had an appointment Tuesday, and the doctor said, you're like 80% there. Keep doing the things that she basically was doing these antifungal drops, and then they give you this like ointment that you put in your ear canal, and your ear warmth like melts it, so it goes into your ear, which is like
okay.
That sounds like voodoo, but fucking works.
That's science.
So. Also, I don't know who the hell this is. Master Chief is calling. He's behind me in 2 spots, 3 spots actually behind me. 4. He's actually in a cell. So good call on that. Thank you, Sahara. So, not that she's kissing yours. It's just like when we sleep, sometimes she sleeps next to me if I'm laying on my back, and she'll be like right next to my right. I'm on the left side of the bed, so I'm like, I think you're gonna be fine.
So as long as the doctor doesn't, stick a hose in your ear and blast it, and as long as your wife stops licking your ear, you'll be fine.
Yeah, so I think we're good. She hasn't done that, and wow, so that's a good thing. But that's basically like a horror movie in your ear, I think.
Yes,
like,
yes.
Like, oh, but thankfully I'm on the mend, so that was super gross. So, so this takeover here, Mortal Content, is like that show for me is just I'm talking about all kinds of different content. You've been on that show before, and I think actually I talked about horror movies. So we're going to be not rehashing because this is new. We're going to be talking about the best horror movies of this year so far. So, what I'd like to start out with though is I'd like to start out talking about like horror movies had I'm going to say resurgence. That might not be the right word. Like, I feel like sort of the quote unquote heyday of horror was always considered like the 80s and very early 90s. But it's in the past like 4 or 5 years, we've just had just great years for horror movies. So, can you speak on that from your perspective?
Yeah, absolutely. Gosh, you're right. Like the 80s were like the cheesy slashers, Jason, Freddy, all those guys.
Michael Myers.
Yeah, there was a little bit of a resurgence like around the early 2000s with like The Ring, The Grudge, and then just I'm not gonna say things got bad, but it just there wasn't a lot out there. And then you're absolutely right. Starting with really ever since COVID, the last 3-4 years
That'd be 6 years. That'd be 6 years, by the way.
Yeah, right. Just absolute banger years. So many good films have come out, and what's crazy to me is these independent young guys are making these movies who they're YouTubers, and they're coming up with some really cool original content. None of this big studio remakes, reboots, sequels. It's original stuff. It's really good. And some of it is just downright fucking scary. Really good stuff. So yeah, we're definitely in a new prime season for horror.
Yeah, it's been interesting because I think to me the resurgence actually started a bit when Jordan Peele got into this mix.
Yeah.
When he got put Get Out. Get Out was like just this like I don't even know what this is. This is fantastic. And one of the best horror movies of the past 15, 20 years for me. I love that movie. But I think once he got into it, and everybody's like, Jordan Peele? Like, I think we all had that reaction like, that guy,
Yeah.
Jordan Peele, like, yeah, just, and I really think that he kind of, him having this and bringing in just new ideas of how to do horror that, really was kind of like, I think people were doing goofy horror, and there was like the scary movie franchise, which was dumb as shit, and just comedy horror, like, kind of thing, which there was comedy in Get Out, but like, I feel like that kind of sort of set us on this course where we're at now. We're in a really good space for horror movies. It's also not just movies, it's books. We've had some really great horror books. Like, we've always had great horror books, but like, I feel like it kind of fell off a bit, like, but it's having a bit of renaissance now. And, it's great to see, because you talked about this young group of people, like really young, like early 20s, getting their chance to kind of shoot their shot and do these different horror genres. And, I'm wondering what you think about the idea of how YouTube and outlets like that have allowed sort of this new group of folks to come up, and how it's kind of changed how horror can be found. Like, horror was not something where you like, oh, well, we'll just give this young guy a chance and give him his money. That was never how it worked until we got to this point, at least in my estimation. What do you think of that?
Oh my gosh, absolutely. You and I kind of agree as old guys that social media is kind of the bane of our existence, but at the same time, YouTube, TikTok, have allowed people who would otherwise not have any kind of audience or platform just get really creative to do avenues to talent to kind of do their thing, no restrictions, no limits, and you get discovered, and maybe you get your big break. The studio says, hey, here's $5-10 million, let's see what you can do. And as some of the movies that have come out this year have shown, the returns have been huge, money wise, but also just pure quality in terms of what they're putting out. So I for one love that.
Me too. I also think, and weirdly, I think as much as you and I agree that like Blumhouse, not really, usually their stuff is kind of schlocky and not my jam. But I think they kind of really helped with this too, because they were like, we can make these movies for cheap and get double the money back. And then we could just make another one like that and double our money back on that. And they just keep doing it. And they make things like that are goofy. And it's kind of, a lot of them are more of an homage to that 80s style schlocky sort of horror movies. I mean, we've had on the show and also on Speakeasy, we've had our friend Whitney Ann Adams, who's done a couple of Blumhouse movies. Happy Death Day, did both of them. Did Five Nights at Freddy's, like as a wardrobe designer.
Okay.
So that's cool. Like, and she loves doing those movies, and it's just fun. So I think there's a lot of different factors. As usual, it's not everything something simple, but like, I just feel like getting the idea, be able, like, I'm going to put this out on, YouTube. Like, the Backrooms thing is really super fascinating, because that kid was doing that when he was a young teenager, and he was just like, I'm just going to film this shit and put it on YouTube and see what happens. And like, it kind of built this following, and I knew nothing about it before I went and saw the movie, but I'll talk about that a bit later. But yeah, we do have a question, and it's a good question, which I didn't think to ask. So here we go. Which scene made you audibly react in the theater?
Oh, wow. What scene made me react audibly in the theater? Gosh, that's a good question.
I will say that, like, recently there's part of the movie Obsession, which we will definitely talk about.
Yes.
I feel like that there's the part where he's in the bathroom at the end and he's about to make a choice. And if you haven't seen Obsession, go away for a minute. You think it's going to turn out one way where he's going to make a choice. Kind of, all right, I just got to do this. And then all of a sudden he changes. And I was like, oh, I wasn't sure where that was going. I know my wife probably saw it with me, and she probably saw that coming. And because she's a pattern recognizer, and she does all that sort of stuff. I remember being like gasping at that, like, so
Yeah.
that's a recent one.
Same movie. When she is just standing in the corner and the lighting is very dark.
So good.
Oh my gosh. Go back to sleep. Oh, and my youngest daughter loved that movie. And she came home and did the makeup and came out in the middle of the day. And it's frightening
Yeah.
what they did to make that effect. That was one. And then Evil Dead Burn. Oh my gosh, is just all gas, no brakes. And they showed this in the trailer, but the scene where the girl is crawling through the house and in the background, just there are bodies flying everywhere. I'm just sitting there. I might not have reacted audibly, but I'm sitting there gripping my chair. The tension is so high. That was really good. So those would be mine just off the top of my head. Good question.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of them. Like, I think, like, I mean, like, for instance, like, I am a person, like, when I watch movies, I am not trying to figure things out. I don't do that. I want to just kind of ride the wave and take me where you're going to take me, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I remember seeing The Sixth Sense.
Yeah.
And there's, the scene where he realizes that, oh, I'm dead. And the kid is talking to me as a ghost. And there's
Mm-hmm.
like, there's a million clues in that movie. And I know you're a big M. Night Shyamalan fan. So I know that, but that I remember just being like, ooh, eyeballs like real big kind of thing.
Yes. That was a visceral moment when I finally saw that. I didn't get to see that in the theaters, but when I saw it, the big twist, like, holy crap. Now, just as an aside, we've talked about this before. Watching that back in like 99, 2000 was a much different experience than watching it now.
Mm-hmm.
Now, yes, that movie's still creepy, but the ending fucking makes me cry every time.
Yeah.
Every time. Because, when you have been with somebody for, as long as like I have, I'm coming up on 29 years, just the thought of leaving them behind and watching how well done that is. Oh
Yeah.
gosh, hits me right in the gut. So very different experience now, but still very good.
Yeah, I could see that. I remember being like in the moment being really fucked up by the scene in there where Haley Joel Osment finds the videotape
Mm-hmm.
at the wake and realizes that the mom had been poisoning the daughter and killed her. And I
Yeah.
was like, oh my, like that actually really fucked me up. Like that
Yeah.
really fucked me up in the middle of the
Yeah.
movie. That's not even like a major thing. That's a small piece of that movie. And that really fucked
Yeah.
me up.
Yeah.
Oh man. So I don't know. We could talk probably ad nauseum about that particular subject. So
Yep.
yeah. It is interesting just the idea of like we're looking at this resurgence, but like is there a particular genre that you really grab it? I think I know what it is because you and I talk pretty much every day.
Mm-hmm.
But is there a particular genre that you prefer? And is there a genre that you would like to see more horror movies made in that genre because you feel like there's either not enough or maybe somebody could really kind of take the reins and do something really amazing with that?
Yeah. I really gravitate more to the for lack of a better term, like the highbrow horror. The like Backrooms is definitely that. Undertone, definitely that. I really like those and the movies that are like socially aware horror. Love those as well. Having said that, I do like a good slasher from time to one. You just watch to you just let your brain turn to jelly just for fun. What I'd like to see more of, and I know there are plenty out there like this, but I just don't feel like like American filmmakers do enough of that. Body horror. We got some great ones like with The Substance. And you know who needs to do one? You know who needs to do one? Christopher Nolan needs to do a body horror movie. Not going to spoil anything in The Odyssey, but there is a sequence that you will know it when you see it. Holy shit, was that just creepy and so well done. He needs to do a body horror flick.
And that was not a CGI scene.
No.
That was done with like real stuff. That was not.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to spoil that. That movie is amazing. Go see that fucking movie.
Yes.
You will not be disappointed. So that's not a horror movie, but yeah. I mean, The Substance was just. I really, really thought that was an amazing freaking, because it wasn't just a body horror movie. It was like a real commentary on the pressure on women to look a certain way and all that. It's just a great freaking movie. I mean, I'd seen Christopher Nolan say something that he was interested in doing horror movies. He made some comment about that. Now, but I saw somebody on Instagram Reels say something like he should do Dante's Inferno.
Oh my God.
And I was like, holy fuck. That is an epic horror movie. Like an epic horror movie. How amazing would it be to see Nolan do Dante's Inferno? And I was like,
that would be insane. Yes, do it.
Like, he's entered this era where, like, I can write a blank check and do whatever the fuck I want. That's what The Odyssey was.
Yeah.
And he's earned that right. He's, I think, the best filmmaker we have right now.
Absolutely.
For me.
Absolutely.
But him to do Dante's Inferno would just, please do that.
Yeah. He said that his turnaround's 3 years. He said it's going to be longer. He said that the Odyssey nearly killed him. It wore him out. So, and he's getting up there too. So dude, take your time and do Dante's Inferno. Yes, agreed.
Hey, JH, if you're going to read that, get ready to sit down for a while. It's old English. First of all, it's not like reading stuff we read now. So there's a small learning curve. Maybe you have that. Maybe you have a background in that. I don't know. But like it's like reading like old Shakespeare, where you're like, okay, like this isn't my normal parlance, so I need to kind of sit down with it. And it's crazy long. It's really long. So, but it's such a good story. And I mean, if Nolan did that, I think I might pee my pants. I mean, yes, I'm so happy that he did that. So, yeah. Another question here before we get to some other stuff. Looking at sleeper theatrical hits like Obsession and A24's Backrooms, why do you think audiences gravitated so heavily towards these specific stories in winter and spring? I don't think it's a seasonal thing. I just think it's specific stories. So what do you think? Like, see, what's interesting is Obsession is one thing and Backrooms is different, because Backrooms had this whole lore, whereas Obsession did not. So why do you think that was it, that those two became so huge? Like, both of them made crazy numbers.
Yeah. Young people, and I am not young people anymore, but young people are all about lore. My kids talk about lore of everything. So they love that. And second, I think it's original storytelling. This isn't, like I said before, it's not rehash, reboots, sequels. This is really, really good original storytelling. And anybody's going to gravitate to that. Obsession is still playing in our AMC, which is insane. And this, yes, and it's like it just released. It's like multiple showings. It's already on. Is it on like Peacock or something? It just, I think it's a Peacock or is it HP? It's on a streaming service already. Yeah, a major one. Yeah, so to have it still in the theater is wild. So now, I don't know if you call Peacock major, but close enough. Close enough. It has a name. So yeah, original storytelling and the love of lore to me. I think you're right, because it's funny, because when I said something to my daughter about going to see Backrooms, I'm like, do I need to know all the like lore and look? And my daughter was like, yes.
Or if the answer is like, no, it's about liminal spaces. and my daughter was so mad at him for saying that. It was just so funny. No, he needs to know. I'm like, hey, listen, I'm going to go in blind because actually I find that to be really interesting because, like, if you have all this lore and you can't give me, like, I saw Backrooms. I don't think you did. Did you see Backrooms?
Oh yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
you didn't have that on your list. So, but anyway, I didn't need to know anything about the backstory of it. They did such a great job of like
Hmm.
you're just like, oh, I get this. So like it's really really interesting to see how that works. So backtrack here. I wish that when it comes to things, um, oh, that's on Peacock. So there we go. Um, I wish that they would make more psychological horror.
Okay. Hmm.
And I'm talking like the psychological horror, like Silence of the Lambs, which is psychological horror. You got Seven. Seven is one of my all-time favorite movies ever.
Oh, greatest
Two,
thriller ever made, ever. It's not even
and
close.
yeah, and I want movies like that. Like I love that where you're just like it. I will say part of the reason is there's two things. I like two things in movies. I like messy endings. I don't like things where they're all tidy. Everything
Hmm.
kind of ties itself together. I don't like that. Life is messy. The endings are messy. All endings are messy in
Hmm.
real life. So I want that. But I also like twists I don't see coming.
Hmm.
And what's super interesting about it is like when I watch movies with my wife is a person who her brain she's neurodivergent and she sees patterns. She's a pattern
Hmm.
recognition person. So she sees stuff that I never see. I never think of it. It's like, oh, okay, we're going this way. And it's like, okay, let's go, blah, blah, blah. And sometimes she'll be like, oh, well, this is gonna happen. And then it happens. And I'm like, why did you tell me that? I don't want to know that. Shush. And I'm like, I know you got it, and I know you want to tell it, but like I don't want to experience a movie that way. And it's not her fault. She's just trying to relay this. Well, I figured this out, kind of thing. And what's
Yeah.
funny is when she has a movie that kind of tricks her, and she's like, oh, I didn't see that coming. She loves it. She loves the fact that that is something she didn't figure out. But like, I love psychological horror. They're just I like all different kinds of horror, but like psychological horror for some reason for me just is really super interesting because it makes your brain do things you wouldn't consider. Like
Yeah.
that's the part of it that really makes me think. Like I will say, remember you're talking about with the Sixth Sense, also in that same genre, and that I think it was the same year was Blair Witch.
Yeah.
Blair Witch was psychological horror. There was no
Hmm.
physical horror in that at all,
No.
and it was all psychological. What's crazy about that is you look at that. Um, we will talk about that briefly. I don't know if Aaron's seen that. I have. We will talk about that later.
I have not.
Okay. So, but in that era, what was cool was like people were willing to keep secrets. Like,
Hmm.
like you did. People was like, you got to see, the Sixth Sense, and they didn't say shit. And the problem is now with social media, it's like everybody's like, oh, so the truth, blah blah blah, and I'm like, God damn it, I want to go see it and see how. I don't want to be told the entire story. Now, what
Yeah.
they will do, a lot of folks will now do is say, spoiler alert, and then you can kind of bounce out. And that's
Yeah.
I, I'm glad when they do that. But like the whole thing with the Blair Witch, like people thought that shit was fucking real.
Because that was the marketing. They
That was the
marketed
marketing
it.
was all great marketing, super low budget movie,
Hmm.
three people in the woods filming with home video cameras, and that movie made a shit ton of money. And that's the thing with horror, if you film it right and you have the right premise and if you can market it well. Like what's funny is I didn't like with Backrooms had a bigger marketing campaign than Obsession did, at least in my opinion. But Obsession got the word of mouth thing where it just like you gotta go see that movie because it's just insane. And what was interesting about Obsession, at least to me, was the idea of like people were like, "Who is the villain in that movie?" And the villain is super clear to anybody with five brain cells in their head.
Yeah.
But there were white dudes arguing that it wasn't the person everybody thought it was.
Right.
So yeah. Anyway, um, Okay, this is great. Somebody had to do the was real. Hey, that was 1999. That it was ultimately a ridiculous time and a more innocent time when it comes to movies, at least. Like people.
It was. My 20-year-old just showed her boyfriend. He's never seen the original. So they watched it the other night, and he looked at me. He said, "Dude, did you believe it was real?" I'm like, "Bro, same thing. You got to understand. Back in the late 1900s, I love how you put it. It was a more innocent time, and yeah, everybody wondered. And what that movie gets shit on today, and it shouldn't, because it's phenomenal. Blair Witch was phenomenal, and they're putting out another one. 2 of the 3 original cast members are coming back in some kind of way, and I wish they'd leave it alone, because number 2 was terrible. The reboot wasn't good.
Yep.
Yeah, just that's one they should have left alone. But anyway,
agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. So yeah, I absolutely love that fucking movie.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it was a different time where you could go to a theater and you could be in line, and there are people coming out seeing the movie and just not saying shit, or they'll be like, "Man, you're gonna love that."
Yeah.
Like, and if somebody did fuck up and reveal it, people would get furious, and that person would have to fucking have someone escort them to their car because So before we get to our discussion about what we saw this year so far, I'm going to have a second one. This is one of my favorite beers, and they actually redesigned the label. So this is the double bock from Trogs, fucking the Troganator, which is double bock lager. This is a nice and dark lager. God, one of my favorite beers. Like, it's just dark and roasty and everything. We'll see if they change the labels. Hopefully, they didn't change the recipe, because the recipe was excellent.
Well, how was the banana split one you just had?
That one was okay. It was actually, there was not much banana flavor in there and almost no chocolate. It was like a really super roasty porter. But it had, like, the problem is when they put banana in beers like that, it's almost always extract. And there was like that sort of saccharine aftertaste that I didn't care for. The thing is, Dew Claw they make Sweet Baby Java, Sweet Baby. They make a bunch of different variants of this porter. I just hadn't seen that one before. It was fine. It was not great. It wasn't bad. But this, are you done with your
I no longer have any regret.
Because you drank it all.
Yeah. Well, cheers, my friend.
God, I love that beer. And the thing is this drinks so smooth and so easy. It is 8.2% ABV.
Oh.
This is not a light beer, but it drinks super light. It's got a tiny bit of sweetness to it. That's a great freaking beer. So, all right. So let's talk a bit about, yes, sir, Monty. No. Love that fucking beer. One other thing here, Blair Witch did kind of break people's brains back then. Like,
yeah.
And what's funny is, before we go to the thing, there's movies you see where they have those little stick figurines in the woods, and everybody thinks about Blair Witch.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Like, I know where I've seen that before.
Yep.
So, yeah. All right. So first, we're going to talk about movies you and I have both seen.
Okay.
So we are going to start, obviously, with the biggest one of the year.
Yeah.
Obsession. So without spoiling it, which is, we have Jay Cheese watching. He hasn't seen it yet. He plans on seeing it this weekend, I think. Let's talk a bit about this. Why does this work for you?
Oh my gosh. So it's very it's in the same vein as The Monkey from last year,
which I didn't see.
Oh my gosh. If you like oh my gosh, I'm getting old, drawing a blank. Osgood Perkins. If you like Osgood Perkins, his stuff, The Monkey was really good. Very dark humor. Same vein with a MacGuffin in it. And the monkey is the MacGuffin, the little object that really doesn't have a whole lot to do with the film, but it moves the plot forward. This and in Obsession, it's got a MacGuffin, the One Wish Willow. I liked it because it was darkly funny, while at the same time just being absolutely creepy in what it shows. Like I heard Ari Aster one time say that horror movies take drama and turn it up to 11. That's exactly what this movie did when it comes to toxic relationships. It turned that aspect up to 11, and it did not let off the gas.
No. And what's interesting, and I would agree with you, there is like some elements to this, and I wish I could speak to it, but I don't want to ruin anything. There's a particular scene where the lead character, Bear, is having sex with the lead female character, and it's fucking heartbreaking, just heartbreaking. And you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yep,
it's heartbreaking, and it's just like, and I was there with my wife, and my wife was just like shaking her head because women know, women know. So this movie made a bajillion dollars. I don't know if this was I forget if this. I think this was made for $1 million, which in movie parlance is peanuts.
Nothing.
And I think Backrooms was made for like $5 or $10 million, which is again in movie parlance is peanuts. The Odyssey, I think, was like through 250 million.
Yes,
as a comparison, right? So it was not a new concept of what the story was, but it was new in how they presented it and how they filmed it and how they made the characters. One thing that I have is the only gripe I have with that movie is what fucking record store today has 6 employees?
They all have more than one.
And also they're all working at the same time. What music store is this? Where is this? That is my only qualm with that movie. That I just looked at it like, I get what you're doing. That is not reality.
Yes, not anymore.
No. So highly recommend. Please go watch this movie.
Absolutely.
Please go watch it. It is so worth it. It's on streaming now. Please go watch it. I think as Greg said, it's on Peacock now. So please go watch it. You will not be disappointed. One of the better horror movies I've seen the past few years.
Yep, absolutely. I agree.
The next one we both watched, 28 years later, The Bone Temple. I think you and I had different opinions on this a bit. Tell me about your thoughts on this particular movie.
I feel like the first one in this new trilogy was better. I'm not I can't remember what the little group in the jumpsuits are called. Like, I just could not relate to that at all. I get what they were doing, but just couldn't relate to it. Now, Ralph Fiennes was phenomenal, as he is in everything. That dude could read the phone book, and he should win an Oscar. But yeah, I liked it. I didn't love it. I mean, it made me want to see the third one whenever it comes out. And, of course, the original star Cillian Murphy has a nice cameo.
Yeah, that was cool.
So makes you think he's going to be in the third one. So yeah, it was good. I didn't love it.
I'm of the same mind. I thought it was good. By the way, the guys that were there were either called, you could call them the Jimmies. He called them the Fingers.
Yes, that's right. Okay.
So, and they were all people that had to wear white wigs. And basically they were like, the leader basically called Old Nick, which was basically a reference to Satan.
Yes, that's right.
So, and again, Ralph Fiennes was great just great. He was great in the other 28 years later too.
Mm-hmm.
I just love what he does in these movies. But again, you're right. That guy he's played the gamut of every freaking kind of character you could think, and he always just nails it. So he
Yeah.
was him, and I forget I don't know the name of the guy who was playing basically the berserker of the zombie guys
Oh,
who was naked all the time.
Samson.
Samson, called him
Yeah.
Samson. He did so much with so little.
Yeah, he did.
So I like the movie from that perspective. Again, Ray Fiennes could do no wrong in my opinion. So, like I said, I thought you probably liked it more than I did, but maybe I'm wrong. I think you both. But I think again, I thought the previous movie, just 28 years later, was better than this.
Yep,
But
I agree.
I like the focus on Ray Fiennes and the fact that he was singing 80s songs. Just made me laugh.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, that was again, it's definitely worth the watch. It's not
Mhm.
something where I'd say don't watch it. It was good. I've seen people really rave about this. I think the previous movie was better, but
Yeah, agreed.
yeah. Next one up here, Hokum.
Mm-hmm.
I I think we had a very brief conversation about this.
Yeah,
Please tell me what you thought about this particular movie.
I really liked it. The director, this is the guy that did Oddity, right? Which
Oddity, yes.
which you loved.
I loved Oddity.
I did not like Oddity that much. This I felt was much better. Still loved the folk horror aspect. The old hotel just tickled my brain. And what's the actor's name? Adam.
Adam Scott.
I would have had it right. Dude was just perfectly smarmy and creepy.
And an asshole.
Yes. So
Plays a great asshole.
he does, and so I really like the folk horror aspect of it. So yeah, it was really good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'm with you on this. This was one of my favorites this year.
Mhm.
There was one element of this movie that was very predictable, which is unusual for me. But they kind of beat you over the head with it at the beginning. So yeah, it was. I just feel like it was good,
Mhm.
really, really good. And Adam Scott played it. What's funny is Adam Scott plays these kind of like things like Parks and Rec and like all these different things, but like in Severance,
Yeah.
like it just really great. But he plays just an absolute asshole of a person,
Yeah.
and and it's funny because through this he gets a catharsis of realizing what happened when he was a kid and all that stuff.
Mhm.
I really, really, really like this. What's funny is I think this is on par with Oddity for quality. Oddity was a different movie
Yeah.
for sure,
Mhm.
but I love that he took a chance to do a horror movie because I don't think he did one before. And he's a fairly big name because
Yeah.
like I said, he's been in really popular TV shows. He's been in movies, and he took this role with a director who, when you're doing like horror, that can be very niche. And this was kind of he made a niche horror movie a little bigger.
Yeah.
But like I really, really enjoyed this movie.
Yep.
So I'm glad we're in agreement on that because I really thought this movie was really, really good. So
Yeah. It
and,
was.
and the idea they had like the creepy hotel part is the creepy hotel part. Like the people in the hotel are they're kind of hilarious.
Yes.
Just like super character people, just really great. So
Mhm.
next one up here is Undertone. I'm going to let you go first because I know you and I both agree on this particular movie. But
Wow. What this was an amazing concept.
mm-hmm.
Just it's not what you see, it's what you hear.
Yep.
And that was very unsettling. Uh,
Yeah.
just so unsettling. Because I mean, visually there were some good things, but if it wasn't for the sound design,
Mm-hmm.
this movie would have been boring.
Yeah, for sure.
So, and obviously that's done on purpose, but yeah, just the way that sound design was used as the driver of the film instead of the visuals. Um, oh my gosh, yeah. So very, very well done. Very unsettling. Make the hair stand up on the back of your neck. I was creeped out a little on this one. Very well done. One of my favorites from the year so far.
Yeah, what's interesting is so when I go to movie theaters now, I get they'll provide you with, at least mine will provide you with headphones.
Mhm.
And it helps me because there's no closed captioning. I, you need a plethora of people saying I need closed captioning. Like you need a lot of people saying you need closed captioning for the match, but closed captioning in a theater is where I am at. So at least with this, I could hear it, and oh my word, like as someone who's partially deaf, using that in a way that I can feel the difference.
Yeah.
I that affected me, and I was thinking about this movie for days afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just there's a fucking super creepiness to it with the sound design. And if this movie doesn't get nominated for like a sound design Oscar, I don't know what the fuck those people are doing, because
Mm-hmm.
that sound design for that movie, without it, this movie would be boring. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
The sound design makes this whole movie, it's phenomenal for that. I've never heard a movie like this, if that makes sense. Like, I've seen
Oh,
movies, never heard a movie like this ever before.
that's a perfect way to describe it, and I will never hear the song "Bye Bye Black Sheep" the same ever again.
Yeah. If you're looking for something, I would suggest, if you're going to watch this movie at home, use headphones.
Headphones and turn all the lights off.
Yep, this is definitely one of those kind of movies. It
Mm-hmm.
is really unsettling. What's funny is it was pretty polarizing. There was a lot of people who were like, I wasn't unsettled on. There were people who were like, this really creeped me the fuck out. Like, I feel like there was just this whole plethora of like, what it's one or the other. It wasn't. It was.
Yeah,
I feel like you didn't. It wasn't like. It was either you really liked it or you really didn't like it. So
loved it or
you and
hate.
yeah, you and I both are super on board for this. So yeah,
Absolutely, yep.
I think this is on HBO right now if you want to go watch it. But again, I suggest lights out, headphones. I If you have the headphones, I don't think you'll just be disappointed for that. So next thing, Passenger. I'll go first on this particular one. I love the concept of it. The acting in this was mediocre, if I'm being kind.
Mm-hmm.
The great jump scares. I'm going to say this is, out of all the movies I've seen this year, horror movies, best jump scares I saw. The
Mm-hmm.
acting is just subpar, but the jump scares are pretty awesome, and the concept of what it is pretty cool. But just the acting, just a lot to be desired for me.
Yeah, the execution was not great. Now, my wife hasn't seen it yet, but she would love this because,
Yeah, I
um,
know she would.
yeah, this isn't going to ruin anything. Uh, Camper van,
Van life.
hobo lingo, all of that is in this. She would love this. What's crazy to me is that all the trailer was the opening scene.
Yeah,
That's it. Um, like good trailers give enough of the plot to whet your appetite. Bad trailers reveal everything. This one was that trailer was just weird because it's like it's just the opening act. You get no clue about any of the rest of the movie much at all from it. So
yeah.
the opening scene was really good, but the rest of it, I'm with you. The acting wasn't great. Um, there is a scene I really did like with the projector in the woods.
I thought that was great. I thought that was really
That,
well done.
that was fantastic. The way they used that projector while an old movie was playing with, was it Cary Grant was on the
Yep,
screen?
I think
Yeah,
so.
was one of those old guys. And oh, that was really good. But yeah, overall, I'm just like, not a whole lot, not a whole lot here. So didn't really like this one.
Yeah, I if I was going to do like a ranking, if you're doing like out of 10, this is like a 4.5 or a 5. Like I said, if you like jump scares,
Yeah.
I like this. There is a little bit of religious horror in it at the end, which is weird because they didn't tie that into the movie at all until the end. That I didn't understand why they did that, but yeah. All right. Here we go. Now we're going to get to the stuff you've seen that I have not. So let's start with Faces of Death. So you get to talk about all this, brother.
There's a way to do remakes. There's a way not to. This is a masterclass in how not to. This movie is ass. And it got like really decent reviews, and I don't understand why. Gosh, it was one that made me mad sitting in the theater. I'm like, awful. And like, there's some really good actors in it, and they did their best with the material that they had. It reminded me a lot of Halloween 3, Seasons of the Witch, which is not like the rest of them at all, but it's very meta because in that movie on a TV screen, the original Halloween is playing. That's kind of how this movie does. You see some scenes from the original mockumentary, which, by the way, that is an absolute classic.
Yep.
It's really boring as hell. But if you're Gen X, watching that movie was a rite of passage.
For sure.
And you go back and watch it now, it's like, oh my gosh, we really watched this and thought it was scary. but this movie was just god awful. I'll never watch it again. Hated it. Don't waste your time, Douglas.
Hated it. Oh. Well, I'm glad that well, again, that is a rite of passage from our generation.
Yep.
Watch the original. That they were terrible. They were always terrible. But
oh,
it is a rite of passage. All right. So next, Evil Dead Burned. You mentioned this earlier. So this was one when I saw trailers. I'm like, listen, I haven't watched an Evil Dead movie in fucking 20 years. This looked excellent. So you said all gas, no brakes. Give us a little bit more on that.
Good gracious. Okay, so unpopular opinion. I do not like the original Evil Dead. I don't like Evil Dead 2. I don't like Army of Darkness. Now, my 20-year-old, those are her favorite horror movies. She loves anything Sam Raimi does.
I didn't realize Sam Raimi did this. So
yeah. Now he produced this one. He didn't direct this one. So I don't like the originals, and the remake from about 13 years ago, it was all right. But Evil Dead Rise, fantastic.
okay.
Because it was less comedy and more terror and a lot more gore. Holy cow, there was so much gore. So Evil Dead Rise was really good. This one, not quite as good, but holy cow, definitely a worthy successor to Evil Dead Rise. It is just straight gore from opening to ending. And it's really, if you like gore, this is the one you want to watch. It's really well done. I don't want to spoil it because I think it's still out, but I mentioned that one scene where this girl is just crawling through this house, and in the background they're just bodies flying everywhere in absolute destruction of this house. So if you like that kind of horror, the call it what you want, Deadite zombie, with a lot of good special effects, this is definitely one you don't want to miss. Very, very good.
Okay. Like I said, the trailer for me, like I said, I've not seen an Evil Dead movie. Like what was the one you said? Army of Darkness. Army of Darkness I liked. The other ones not so much sold on, but like Army of Darkness I liked. So but again, this is the thing. Everything's subjective. We all have our different likes.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, this movie is not that.
yeah.
Although, what's his name? Bruce Campbell.
Yeah.
Does have a nice little cameo if you're looking for it, because he's in every one of Sam Raimi's movies. And Raimi produced this one, I think. So he makes a interesting cameo.
Yeah. Nice. I'll definitely have to check that one out. So all right, next up. Again, you've seen way more horror movies this year than I have because, yeah, you're a bit more of a cinephile than I am. So here we go. Next one. Leviticus, which I wanted to see.
Oh my gosh. Genre wise, it's more drama with horror elements.
Okay.
There's definitely horror elements in there that are very well done. But this movie, it left me sad. And I can't really say in a good way or a bad way, because it definitely falls in the socially conscious genre.
Okay.
And it is all about the religious trauma inflicted on people in the LGBTQIA plus community. And that's where the horror aspect comes in. That's how they portrayed that. Heartbreaking film, very, very good. Excellent movie. Even if it wasn't horror, it was so well done. But yeah, of all the horror movies I've seen this year, this one by far moved me the most emotionally. It was very well done.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Horror can be a lot of different things, and some things
Yep.
can be just slasher and just you're just having a good time, and could be other things that really get you in the gut. So yeah,
It is the most flexible and diverse genre of film out there by far.
agreed. So yeah, I'll definitely be checking this one out. I remember I saw a trailer and I said, "This looks right up your alley." You're like, "Fucking right, it is."
Yep,
And
it was.
all right, Lee Cronin's The Mummy, which has had a lot of mixed reviews. I'm really curious what you think of this particular one.
So Lee Cronin's the one that directed Evil Dead Rise, and he has said this movie is in the Evil Dead universe.
Really?
Definitely had that feel. You could tell the same director did these two movies. I loved it. It was a good time. And I think that's the best way to describe this movie. It was a really good time. Jump scares, some, oh my gosh, some gore. I will never cut my toenails the same way again. If you know, you know. Oh gosh, I could feel it now. Uh just some really good, again, if it's in this universe, deadite, zombie, possessed. um it's a possession movie. And I thought it was really well done. There's nothing significant meaning wise. It's just a really good time. I love this movie.
Yeah, I really am intrigued by that. I was a little because I heard so many topsy turvy reviews of this. I was like, and Lee Cronin's not a person I follow a lot as far as a director, so I was like, maybe I'll just wait. But like, now that you said maybe I should give it a go, I'll kind of be on the lookout for that to do that. So.
I mean, when the end of the year comes and we actually rank everything, you can feel free to disagree with me.
Okay. Next up, Send Help. Rachel McAdams. First of all, fucking love Rachel McAdams. I haven't seen this movie. I love that. I love how she actually does a million different things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really curious. So, if I remember, you really dug this movie, but I could be mistaken.
It was good. Very, again, this is Sam Raimi. He did this one. And very, very Sam Raimi. A lot of comedy in it. It was It was good. I didn't love it, but I liked it. I mean, just kind of imagine if, let's see, if say Castaway, Lord of the Flies, and 9 to 5 got together and had a love child. That's what this movie would be.
9 to 5. I love they threw a Dolly Parton movie in there. That's great.
Right. So yeah, it was good. Nothing outstanding, but it wasn't terrible. It's worth a watch.
Yeah. Well, I feel like the trailers made it seem like everybody who works in corporate America can understand Rachel McAdams' perspective on it a little bit, where some young dipshit gets fucking bumped up above you, and you're just like, God damn it.
Yeah, and if you have ever been in that position, you will love this movie.
Yeah. So I think that is. Oh wait, sorry. This one I did not see this one either. Scream 7. Talk about that. That doesn't sound like a ringing endorsement to start off.
Oh my gosh, this franchise is tired. It is worn out. It should have ended a long time ago. There was just nothing original about this one. It's like, oh, they brought Nev Campbell back. Yay. So what? She had nothing to work with. So yeah, it was boring. So, and it didn't help that the people beside me kept yapping the whole time, but they were bored because it was just not great. And they've already got number 8 planned. I'm like, y'all just stop. So yeah, did not care for this.
Listen, I'm a Nev Campbell all in on that woman, but like if she didn't have much to work with, like I said, I think I stopped watching Scream after 3.
That's when it yeah, 3 was okay because the trilogy aspect, and one of them, I want to say 4 or 5, dealt with the moving into the digital age, but now it's just like retcon reboot. Like, yeah, you have long run out of ideas for the quote unquote rules and how they work. So
Yeah,
it stopped.
It's a bummer because it started out. It was a really super original idea for a franchise
Yeah.
where they were like doing kind of a spoof of
Mm-hmm.
like horror movies on its own. So
Yeah,
I will say the original Scream had one of the most memorable scenes where Rose McGowan went into garage and her nipples were so fucking hard that I thought she was going to carve glass when she went into the
right.
I'm like, hey, maybe do editing on that because holy shit, like that was a little much. But anyway, yeah, I'm sorry that sucked. But yeah. The next one is something that I thought I had only seen, but apparently you have seen. Good old Backrooms.
Yep.
All right, give me your assessment, and I'll talk about mine.
Oh my gosh! Oh, this movie tickled my brain from start to finish.
Yep.
I don't know why I cannot, for the life of me, figure out why my brain was so fascinated simply with the layout of these liminal spaces, like empty office room from the late 70s, early 80s. And every room's different. And my brain is like, oh, what's the next one going to look like? What's the next one going to look like? This goes on forever. I don't understand why, but I love that. But not only that, this movie is just a really good commentary on trauma that is not dealt with. Again, socially conscious horror. That's what this movie just said to me. Like, this is what happens when people have trauma, that they refuse to deal with it and they become a distortion of what they could be. So I loved it. Also some great camera work. Like
for sure.
Pool was, oh my gosh, that was creepy. That was scary. My only beef was I don't want to spoil it, but we'll just say the captain at the end I'm like, they couldn't. I felt like they could have done that particular character better, but
Sure.
it's fine. It was fine. Wasn't anything wrong with it. I just didn't. I didn't prefer how they did it. But overall, gosh, this movie was so good. Very highbrow horror, very socially conscious horror. I absolutely loved it, and look forward to seeing what the director's going to do from here on out, because he's not done.
No. Again, this is another one where this guy who was a director started when he was in his teens and was posting shit on YouTube, and they gave him budget to make this movie, and it is my kind of weird. That's the thing. It's weird, and I love weird horror. Just the idea that like this is in a furniture store in a basement, and they find a liminal space, and a guy who's it is Tweedle Okafor, who's been in a million things.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't have to do this movie. He probably made no money, but he was just like, fuck it, I'm going to do this really cool, weird horror thing. And but you're right, just the idea of like, this is unprocessed trauma.
Mm-hmm.
And his trauma is very laid bare in this whole movie. And the idea that he goes in this liminal space where he doesn't know where he is and doesn't understand everything, but he's learning it. And he's like, I want to stay rather than face the real world.
Yeah. Yes.
And perfect. I'm not fucking anything up with the movie by saying that. I'm just telling you that is
mm-hmm.
And it is just like Jesus Christ. And there's people that like it you get it. You get people going, I'm so fucking tired of all this. I am getting fucked over at every single turn. Mm-hmm. And I find this place where everything might not make complete sense, but I'm not getting fucked over everywhere.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna go there because fuck it all. Like, why bother?
Yeah.
So there's so much subtext to all of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the idea of, like you said, it's like 70s office spaces that change. They're using like, hey, you filmed this like a camera like this, like on your shoulder, like oh Jesus Christ. And just what I find really impressive is just the way they use angles. Like everything is weirdly angled.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And just being able to film that in a way that makes that really work and get you to understand the angles of it. And or even if not understand it, be like, oh shit, that's why is that like that? But like, and then you go and they're like, well, it's just the way the liminal space is.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because liminal spaces are almost like in that same vein of like multiverse stuff. Like it's this little slip space you go in and then you're just in a different space.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, if you think about liminal space and the idea of like, if you've ever been something like deja vu,
mm-hmm.
you go, I've been here before. You don't know how, you don't know why. Like, why is it? That's liminal space to me.
Yeah.
Like, does that mean like it kind of plays into a million things of the idea of like, well, like, are you going to go into this space? Maybe. Why not? Why wouldn't I go there? Well, maybe it might do this. Yeah, but look where I am. Like this, the guy that Tweedle Okafor is like, I'm in a desperate situation.
Yeah.
And he goes in and tries it. Like, if you like weird horror, just go see this too. Like, it's worth it so much.
Absolute must see. Yeah.
Yeah, we've had two definite must-sees and Obsession in this. There's other things I would say are must-see. These are super must-sees. Like, if you're going to rank them, like this and Obsession are right there. So we're going to get into two that I know you haven't seen.
Okay.
Iron Lung, which I just watched today.
I missed it. Wait, you watched it today?
Yes, I did.
Where did you see it?
You have to go to YouTube. You have to go to ironlung.com, and then you have to click on ironlung.com is run by Markiplier, who's a guy who's made this, who's a YouTube dude. And it's something my daughter, Markiplier is somebody who my daughter has watched for 10 years. My daughter's 21. That's how, like, he made this movie on his own dime.
Mm-hmm.
He made it all by himself. It is almost all entirely filmed in one space. It's so fucking good. It's just really. Is it the best movie I've ever seen? No, but it's fucking really good. And with his budget, which I think was like, I think he did it for $2 million on his own money,
Mm-hmm.
and figured out how to distribute it on his own. Like he did all of this on his own. He's another one of these people who's like, I'm a YouTube guy and I want to make this. Iron Lung is based on a video game. I love this video game. I'm gonna make a movie about it, and then he made it. And I think for for someone who's never directed anything, never shot anything other than I'm going to react to horror video games. That's his whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he made this movie, and there's some parts of the acting that are not fantabulous, but like for being all filmed in one little space, it's almost like Castaway, but in a metal box.
Yeah. Okay.
Like I said, it costs $5 to rent, but that $5 goes directly to him, who also takes all that money and pulls it and sends all of it to the people that he works with.
Nice.
He's the guy that when he said, "This movie cost me $2 million to make. If I make $5 million, I make the same as everybody that worked on this."
Hmm.
He decided to make it very sort of like a democratic socialist approach to how I'm going to distribute the money of things that I made, because those people helped me make this movie. Some people produced it, some people acted, like some people did. He just makes sure everybody's paid. For me, that's worth the money. Like, hey, if $5-6, that's fucking. I'm not saying it's nothing for people, but like $5-6 gets those people paid.
Yeah.
And enough people that do it, and it's really an intriguing view of how the premise is they're doing it. They're basically welding these prisoners into a metal, like a metal box, and sending them into a moon on another planet that is made of blood. Like the ocean is made of blood. You have to go into it.
Oh wow.
It's really, really a great concept, and it's based on a video game. So, like, I would really, like I said, spend the $5. It'll be worth it. You'll enjoy it. So,
Yeah, this movie was in the AMC down here for a week and left, so I didn't get a chance to see it, and I wanted
yeah.
to.
And that's the thing is, he could get it in because he was doing it himself. He couldn't
Yeah.
get them to keep it in more longer than that. So, yeah. The last one, Marama, which is a Maori Gothic horror movie. So basically, Marama is the premise is that person is a person who's Maori, which is a indigenous tribe in New Zealand.
Mm-hmm.
She gets a letter saying, "You need to come to England to meet me so I can explain your family." And she goes and learns about her family. It is like if you took, I explained it to my wife earlier. I'm trying to remember how to explain it. It's like you had Midsummer and Crimson Peaks and you mashed them together,
Okay.
but with New Zealand Maori roots as opposed to Norwegian or whatever was in the Midsummer part. It is interesting. It's a great movie, no. And it's almost borderline not horror, but there's gore in it and everything like that. I think, to me, I said to my wife, I'm glad I watched that because the people that made it were Maori folks.
Mm-hmm.
So me watching that gives them the ability to make something else.
Yeah.
So again, if we're going to do something where we are talking about, hey, I want to make sure people who are doing indigenous horror or BIPOC horror or female-centered horror, I want to give those folks the opportunity to do that. So if I can pay money and make sure those folks have an opportunity to do that, I so want to do that. So, like I said, I think it's worth the watch. I don't think it's a great movie. It's a good movie. If that makes sense.
Yeah. I got one more that I just watched right before we came on.
Oh, and I didn't put in the thing, and I apologize. So
it's quite all right. Came out a couple of months ago. Did not stay in the theater here long. They Will Kill You. Imagine if Kill Bill, John Wick, and Rosemary's Baby
Wow.
got together and had a love child. It would be this movie. It is a horror comedy action movie. You will definitely get the continental vibes from where this takes place. Patricia Arquette is in it.
Oh, well, now you have my attention.
Heather Graham is in it. Tom Felton from Harry Potter is in it.
That guy hasn't been in much since Harry Potter.
Right? And he leans into that because I mean that's what he's got. I'm not going to say it was my favorite film, but it was a good time. Some really funny, disgusting gore. I'll just say you'll never look at a pig's head the same way again. But it's just one of those movies. It's a good time, but it is a little socially conscious because it starts with a quote from, I forgot who it was, but like when the poor give to the rich, that's evil or something like that. It's definitely about, like imagine if someone in poverty gets revenge on the poor for exploiting them. So it's a good time with a nice little social message and a lot of blood. Some interesting kills, interesting concepts. Not bad. It's worth a watch. I think it's on HBO. So They Will Kill You.
It's definitely on HBO. So yeah, I remember that. I'm going to give you a question here before we pop off
Okay.
with some other things. But who gave the standout leader supporting performance this year?
Supporting performance?
Lead or supporting?
Lead or supporting. Okay. Oh wow. Holy cow.
Mine's going to be Indy Navarrete from Obsession.
Okay. Yep.
She's a lead female character. Like, I'd never heard of that woman before. Her performance in Obsession is just like, who are you? Why are you not in more things? Like,
yeah,
like, just fucking wow.
I'm going to agree with that. Gosh, your viewers have great questions. Yeah, I'm going to say, oh gosh, the actor from Backrooms, his name is
Tweeta Okafor?
Yes. Oh my gosh, he was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
He was fantastic. The two actors from Leviticus were excellent. Very good. Yeah, I think those would be my picks.
Yeah,
So
I think you're right. So
yeah.
Yeah, I'm the same. That there's a lot of nominations you can make out of that, with the kind of the plethora of things you could have picked this year for real. So yeah, so we could talk a lot about different things, but let's talk a little bit about. We have not quite half a year. We're in July. What are you looking forward to the rest of the year? What are things that you go, I am definitely seeing that?
Oh gosh. First and foremost, and it's not even close. Robert Eggers has another one coming out at Christmas.
I knew you were gonna do this.
Werewolf. Oh my gosh, it looks so tremendously good. Definitely in the vein of Nosferatu, same look, same feel. Yep. But like Nolan is my favorite director. Eggers is my favorite horror director right now. He knocks
even over Ari Aster.
Huh?
Even over Ari Aster?
I think so. Aster is really good. He's really good. His horror movies are great. let's see, what was his last one? Eddington. Not a horror movie.
No, but you like that. You like that movie, I think.
I did like that one. Beau's Afraid was that was an absurd horror movie, like really absurd. Just like your brain hurt, but it was good. But yeah, Eggers is just, I just love his stuff. Just again, makes my brain itch and want to scratch it. It's so good. So that one I'm looking forward to. One I didn't even know was coming out until a week or two ago. Other Mommy with Jessica Chastain.
Mm-hmm.
My gosh, that trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Just her looking at the camera the way she does. I'm like, stop. Why are you stop looking at me? Like, oh, then it flashes under the table and you jump. Oh, that one looks interesting. What else is coming out? I'm gonna.
I have a few more, but like I want you to.
Yeah, go ahead while I'm looking for my list. Can you still see me?
No, now you're black.
Okay, but you can hear me.
Which you've never been in your life, but that's okay.
Truth. Okay, I've got. There's 3 more.
Yeah, go.
I'm not sure if I'm gonna see 2 of these. The one I will see is Resident Evil. Never played the video game, never saw the other ones, but the guy that did Weapons is doing this, and the trailer looked fantastic. So
yeah,
Resident Evil is one. Clayface, which is in the DC Comics universe. I'm not a comic book guy, so I'm not sure if I'm going to see that one, but it's interesting that a comic book universe is going to take a horror turn. So I mean, who knows? I might watch it down the road. And then I don't know what you think about Eli Roth. I'm not a fan. The only one of his that I liked was the Green Inferno, which was very Cannibal Holocaust inspired the Green Inferno. That one was okay, but the rest of his stuff I just haven't really dug. But he's got a new one coming out in 2 weeks called Ice Cream Man. I'll probably check it out and probably be disappointed. But right now that's what I'm looking at. What you got?
Yeah, I will say the only movie from Eli Roth that I like was the original Hostel, because it was a really different concept.
Very different.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm gonna agree with you with Other Mommy. Other Mommy is based on a book called Incidents Around the House by Josh Malerman, which I read, which was a phenomenal book. It's a book, basically it's a horror book based around an 8-year-old perspective of a haunting.
Okay.
So the book is done entirely in 8-year-old dialogue, which is not something. It's an adult horror book done in an 8-year-old dialogue.
Nice. I know you were saying something. You were hoping that they were going to try to stick with that concept.
I'm really worried, but I'm super interested. That's Other Mommy. So,
yep.
By the way, Josh Malerman also wrote Bird Box, which is the one with Sandra Bullock where you can't see anything. He wrote that book too.
Yeah, I like that one better the first time when it was called A Quiet Place.
Yes, A Quiet Place. My wife has a lot of issues with that because as a organic inspector, like seeing all the rows of corn being perfect, where the only way you can do that is if you are using a machine.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, sand is not going to make you quiet, and somebody is going to rip ass at some point. So yeah, I hate that series.
Yeah,
for the same reason.
Yeah, I am with you on Werewolf. Listen, Nosferatu was just really fucking it. What's funny is seeing Nosferatu in the theater was not great for me. When I saw it at home and I could actually read what was being said.
Okay, yeah,
awesome. It's awesome. So I'm really interested in seeing how Werewolf was done. Other Mommy, like yes, you Look up the trailer, JHG. You're going to be very happy with what you see. There's two ones that I have that you did not talk about. One is called The Dog Stars.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Josh Brolin, some guy I've never heard of. It's a post-apocalyptic thing. Looks really super interesting.
Yep.
I'm really curious about that. Then there's one called Hope, which is like a monster horror movie. Basically, like an alien monster comes to Earth and just terrorizes the shit out of everybody.
Okay.
And it looks fucking amazing.
This is a Japanese film?
It's an American film. It's like an English film, but it's made by a Japanese director.
Gotcha. Yeah, I know the one you're talking about. Yeah.
It looks so fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
I have not talked about Godzilla. I have not been a giant Godzilla. Like, I didn't see any of the recent ones, which are apparently fucking great, like Godzilla Plus One, Godzilla Zero. Like, Coke Zero. I didn't see any of those. But apparently those movies are great. I have not seen them, but like
I have seen it in color. I saw the black and white one in the theater.
Okay.
Completely different experience, and those movies are phenomenal. So
Okay.
yeah, forgot about that one. I'm looking forward to that one too.
Yeah, so those are interesting. So I'm trying to think. We have the anticipated movies. How many other questions? Is there any other things you want to discuss about horror? Because there's a million things we could discuss in this genre. Is there anything you actually want to kind of touch on that we haven't?
Holy cow.
Again, that makes it very open because there's fucking 50,000 directions we can go. Buddy, I don't know what Buddy is. Do you? Now I'm gonna have to look it up because my brain is gonna be like,
Buddy.
Oh no.
Buddy is it's like a Barney horror movie.
Oh my god, it looks like it's like Barney and Teletubbies had a baby.
Oh my gosh.
Show it, Doug. Share the screen.
All right, hold on. All right, here we go. Here we go.
Oh dear.
Friendship and weapons. Mm-hmm.
All I can think of is like, what was that movie we saw that was like the 70s talk show, Aaron?
Late Night
with the Devil.
Mm-hmm.
It's giving me that sort of vibe, but like a creepy Mr. Rogers version of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Haven't heard of that before, so.
No, I haven't either.
Yeah. So maybe we'll have to check that out.
You're not gonna go see Buddy, Doug?
Probably not. Because it's almost too creepy.
No. Barney gives me the creeps enough. So do the Teletubbies. I will not be going to see a mishmash of that. Maybe I should. Maybe that's where the true horror is for me.
It gives me Friday Night at Freddy vibes, Doug.
Oh my gosh.
I can see that.
That sequel's coming out too. I hated the first one. Sorry, young people. Oh, that movie was terrible.
Like I said, Greg or Bear, we have a person who's worked on 2 Five Nights at Freddy's shows as movies as a costume designer.
I'm sorry. I'm glad they had a fun time working on the movie.
I wanted y'all to rip. Yeah, I wanted y'all to riff off of this image if y'all cool with it.
Please do. Of all time? Oh.
So
I'm just having trouble.
Oh.
We got it. What does it say?
Says The Exorcist, Scream, The Shining, The Conjuring, Psycho, Babadook, Alien, The Ring, Hereditary, It. Is a top 10 horror movies of all time.
Oh my gosh. This person is sort of half right, but mostly wrong. I mean, The Exorcist, absolutely. The Shining,
Agreed.
Shining, very good. Hereditary, absolutely. Scream at number 2, no.
Nope.
No, it's not even top 20.
Yeah, what's interesting to me is the idea of like. So listen, I'm in the minority here, but I think that Midsummer is better than Hereditary as a horror movie. I know I'm in a minority of that. What's interesting, I'm glad they put the Alien in there. I think Aliens is a better horror movie than Alien. That's the second one, but Psycho. I will always shit on The Shining because one, Kubrick fucked up the fucking lead actress in that mentally for fucking months. Fuck him for that. Also, Stephen King hated that version of The Shining, and I agree with him. The Shining book is 50 times better than that movie.
This is where Douglas and I disagree, but we're still friends.
Yes, and I agree with you that Scream, maybe if you could put it 10, maybe I could agree with that. I can get on board with that. Also, The Babadook, fine movie, not 6.
I got bored with The Babadook and turned it off. I might have to I have to rewatch it, but I was so bored. It was so slow.
Yeah, and it's funny if you watch Psycho. Psycho seems slow now too, but like The Shining was the slowest shit I've ever. It was so fucking slow, and I was like, oh my god. And then when I watched, what was the Flanagan?
Dr. Sleep.
Dr. Sleep. His interpretation of that was a million times better than The Shining.
I remember I think we talked about this, Doug, that he went to Stephen King and said, "Hey, I'm going to do this." And King's like, "Don't you fucking dare put like don't do anything from the original movie." And he's like, "Look, here's how I'm going to resolve this." And he was able to take elements from the book and integrate it in, and King's like, "Yes, go with that. That works." So yeah, and Flanagan's was everything he does. Dr. Sleep was phenomenal.
Dr. Sleep should be ahead of The Shining on this list, in my estimation.
So what movies here? What movies would you insert in the ones that y'all would drop?
Oh my gosh,
just a few.
Read them again. Read them again, one at a time.
Top: The Exorcist. Second,
one.
Scream.
No, drop it.
The Shining.
I would keep it. You would drop it.
I would drop the shit out of that. The Conjuring as number 4.
Not top 10 of all time, but very good. Very good.
Very good. Psycho, the original Psycho, is number
top
5.
10. Top 10.
I agree. Great. The Babadook.
Nope.
Number 6. Yep, drop. Alien.
Nope, drop it.
Yeah, drop it. Give me Aliens.
Don't give me any of those movies.
Oh, Aaron, I love you, man, but you were so wrong on that.
I did like the one that came out last year, Alien Romulus?
Romulus was excellent.
I did like that. Holy cow, that freaking baby alien growing. Yeah, that one was good.
Yeah. So after the Babadook, we had the Alien and then the Ring, which I think belongs in the top 10. I could be cool with that.
Really liked it. Not sure if it's top 10, but I really liked it. I love it actually. Yeah.
And then Hereditary is number 9.
Yeah, I could top 10, absolutely.
And It, the first It.
Are we talking about the new ones that came out?
The new one, the first one of the newer version.
Yeah, no. Great movie, not top 10 of all time.
Okay.
All right, so then who y'all inserting?
Oh my!
You threw out like 3, so give me 3. Like who else? Come on now.
Gosh, that's like asking me to
pick my favorite child.
Hold on, I'm gonna go to my library. You guys talk.
I'm glad. Hey, listen, as a Southerner, and you said library, I'm very impressed.
Oh, sorry, I'm gonna go to my library.
My library.
Library is wild.
Let me see. Where's the light in here? It's like a horror movie in my daughter's room. That's where I keep the scary movies.
Come on, man.
Let's see.
All right. Come on, man.
All right. Y'all talk. Let me look.
All right. So I'm going to say, if we're looking at, I think Dr. Sleep should be ahead of The Shining. I would put that in there over The Shining. Shining could be dropped out. It was nothing like the book in any way, shape, or form. There was very little of it that was part of that. I fucking hate Kubrick because of how he treated the women in his fucking movies. That is actually the major part of it that I really fucking disagree with. Again, for me, take Alien out, put Aliens in. I'm going to take the Babadook out for obvious reasons. And I'm going to take and put the original Blair Witch Project in there. The Blair Witch Project was a fucking phenomenon that you can't really explain if somebody wasn't there. But it was an amazing fucking horror movie. Yeah. Like I said, I also think that I think The Conjuring's fine. I think The Sixth Sense is a better horror movie than that.
Yes, agreed.
The Ring, I think, is a really great horror movie that doesn't get its due. But like I said, if somebody says I like the Hereditary over Midsummer, hey, again, to me that feels like whatever. That if you think that, great, good on you. But like, I'm going to pick Midsummer or Hereditary. I think Hereditary is a good movie. I think Midsummer is a masterpiece.
Yeah. Okay.
Aaron's in dark.
I will say that things could change whenever, but just for today, Night of the Living Dead. Fantastic genre shattering film that was also very socially conscious. First one to have a black actor in the lead. Still kind of creepy. What else do I have up here that's really good? Oh, again, might not be top 10 tomorrow, but Mother is fantastic.
Mother is a fucking great fucking movie. God damn, I forgot about that. That is a masterpiece. That is a masterpiece horror movie.
Well, put it in there, Doug. You just got to throw something off.
All right, put up the list again. We have the I did the Conjuring out.
Put it in there. Stick it in there. Get it in there.
I will take. Here's the thing. I love it. Take that out. Put Mother in there. Mother is a fucking horror masterpiece. That is crazy and weird and fucking awesome.
Amazing. Let's see. I always have a soft spot for the 1930s Paramount monsters like Dracula and Frankenstein.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no on that, but that's me.
They might make it. All right. Last one, the original Halloween. And oh yeah. Original Halloween's creepy as shit. Last last and probably least, but not really, and this is you're either going to love it or you hate it. There's no in between. Skinamarink. Most people hate that movie. I absolutely loved it.
I think it's a good movie, not a great movie. I like Skinamarink.
Creeped the shit out of me watching it in the theater. I'm like, it feels dread.
Also, I have a few that probably maybe should be added that I don't know where to put them.
Yeah.
The original Poltergeist.
Okay.
And the original Amityville Horror.
Yeah.
Not the Ryan Reynolds Amityville Horror. Fuck that. That fucking sucks. But the original Amityville Horror. The thing is, it's hard to do the whole thing where you're like, give me the original Amityville Horror and give me something that's modern, because they're so not in the same way they were filmed. Everything is so different. There's so many advances. It's difficult to do shit like that. What's funny is there was this the fuck was that movie? And I'm trying to remember the name of it. And I initially I was like, what were they trying to do? They positioned it as a horror movie, and it wasn't. It was not. It was a family dynamics movie. And was it Brian De Palma? I'm going to look it up because my brain is trying to remember what it was. No, it was I'm going to look it up because what the fuck was that? Wing.
All right, dudes. I hope you don't lose me. My battery is about dead. And I'm upstairs where the internet is the most spotty. But I'm going to plug in real quick.
Come on, man.
All right. With the right person. That's the person I was looking for. This link.
Ordinary people.
All right. So there was what was the movie? Fuck it. Presence. That was the name of the movie. That was a haunted movie, and it was they positioned it. Brian De Palma, I think, was the person that directed. Steven Soderbergh, apparently that was the person. Steven Soderbergh's first foray into apparently horror. It was not horror. It was a family drama with ghosts.
Presence,
yes.
That's what it was.
Yeah, and I think in hindsight, I think that was a fairly decent movie. I just wish they would have positioned it as what it was. It was a family drama with ghosts.
Yeah, I agree. When I saw it, I liked it. I didn't love it, but yeah, you're right. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So
Doug, I have one last question, or
one last. Let's go.
You're the producer here, yeah. So, it's actually a two-parter. Number one, so we've seen, y'all. The reason we're here basically is because y'all y'all wanted to talk about, what the resurgence of horror, and it just seems like it's a lot of things are going on, and good trends, good young people coming up, all kinds of really good things going on. Are we seeing this? Number one, are we seeing this in the horror horror TV show area too? Are we seeing horror TV shows kind of come up? Are they also, because I don't know, I don't remember. I mean, there were some prominent horror TV shows, but it just seemed like the horror genre is really made more for movies. It seemed like, are we seeing any progression on the TV show? And if so, do y'all have any any ones that you would like to recommend for folks? Aaron, of course.
If you like comedy horror, What We Do in the Shadows was phenomenal, hilarious, so funny. That one was really good. Like,
Aaron,
I think there are a lot of shows
you like
with
the It
horror
show, right? Wasn't there an It show?
Welcome to Derry. It's pretty
Yeah.
good. Yeah. Not my favorite thing, but it was pretty good. So there's some shows with horror elements. But they're not straight horror. Like, I mean, House of the Dragon can have some horror elements because you got a dragon breathing fire on somebody and burning them to death. That's pretty creepy and scary. But
or is you going in and out, Aaron? Or is
really
horror
good.
just made for movies?
I think it can be done in a TV show, but it would have to be more like an anthology. Like Twilight Zone. Twilight Zone was horror. A lot of horror in that. Yeah, I think it would have to be more of like Tales from the Crypt. Same thing, comedy. But yeah,
Alfred Hitchcock is, that's old school.
Oh yeah, Alfred Hitchcock Presents, same thing.
So it had to be like series of stories, is what you're saying, or your opinion,
or well, I mean, American Horror Story. I've only seen part of the first season, and it bored me. But that's a TV show it's got horror in the name, but it's like an anthology. I think each season is something different. I could see like a limited series working. But yeah, I just don't know of any straight horror shows. I do think it works better with a movie. That's a good question, Gregory. That's a good one. What's the second part?
Doug, what's going on? Is the horror genre, has it touched TV shows? Do you have any TV shows that you like?
Yeah, we actually need. Yeah, we actually need to talk a bit about. I think Amani asked about Widow's Bay. Widow's Bay is like the funniest horror show I've seen in a while. Like, it's on Apple TV. Listen, if you've not subscribed to Apple TV, it's the cheapest fucking app you can subscribe to out of all of them. They have just awesome TV shows, and Widow's Bay is one of them. Widow's Bay is just so fucking good. I don't even know how to explain it. There's an episode where person trying to become friends with folks, and she does it through different means, and I'm not going to fuck it up for people that haven't seen it, but like, yeah, just please go watch that show. That show is excellent. If you don't have an Apple TV Plus ID, find someone who does, and you'll be happy. Widow's Bay is so fucking good. Yeah, again, there's a million TV shows. Something Bad is Going to Happen on Netflix is a great horror show as well. So yeah. Aaron looks like he's ready to fall asleep, so I think we need to wrap this up soon.
Doug, when's the next Mortal Content and who's on it?
Mortal Content is coming up in August. We are looking at, sorry, well, let me look at the calendar because my brain is, it is August 11th. We're looking at Alex Tremblay, who is a jazz musician. I'm so looking forward to that. But in September, Aaron is going to be on Mortal Content as well. We are going to talk about Nolan movies, Christopher Nolan movies, with Victor Aragon. So we're going to have all of that.
That's going to be fun.
Yeah. We're going to rank Christopher Nolan movies. We're going to talk about them. That is September. So like I said, we'll have Alex Tremblay in August. That's going to be great because I know very little about jazz music, and Alex is going to be able to educate me, and I'll be able to learn more. Again, this show for Mortal Content is largely me learning stuff. So, yeah, I'm so looking forward to it. August is going to be Alex, and then we'll have Aaron back in Mortal Content as well as Victor, and we'll talk. Oh, God, shit. It'll be great.
So, gentlemen, when is the sequel to this show? I'm going to assume early 2027 when we can give our definitive rankings for 2026 horror.
I'm good with that. Producer, how about you? Bear. Yeah, he's good with that. So January we'll be doing that. So anyway, hey, listen, folks, thanks for joining us. Been great. I really enjoy having Karen on, just bullshitting about horror movies. One of my favorite things to talk about. So yeah.
Absolutely.
Anyway,
Douglas, I was just going to say thank you. As always, it was a blast.
It's always a blast when we hang out. So anyway, folks, we will talk to you next month. And yeah, and then we'll also talk to you Friday. So cheers, everybody. Take care of yourselves. Love you all. Cheers.